Well everyone, it's time for us to go and take a look at the iPhone 13 mini and do a comparison between this phone and the iPhone XS and see which particular phone is the better one for you. Now, the big thing I would definitely tell you in this particular case is that if you're wanting the better phone, the iPhone 13 mini in every single way is the better one for you. And I would highly recommend buying a phone like that over the iPhone, XS any day of the week. There might be some advantages for the XS, we'll talk about that throughout this video, but just keep that in mind as we're kind of going on throughout this video. On top of that, if you want to pick up either one of these phones, links will be down in the description. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of these two particular phones, the big thing to keep in mind here is that you are going to be, in a really good spot between both of these. They're still supported with software and everything, which we'll get into in a second. The iPhone XS on the front of this phone is going to be giving you a 5.8-inch Super Retina OLED display. It's a very good phone. I like this phone a lot. And if you're going to be buying a phone, I definitely do think this is a very, very good option with the display. It still looks good, it still looks great, and I'm still a fan of the way this particular display looks like. Now, it is a 60Hz panel compared to the iPhone 13 mini that also is 60Hz, which kind of sucks here and there. I wish these things were at 120Hz or something like that, but still 60Hz is totally fine for the most part. Now with the 13 mini, this is a little bit of a smaller display. So this is a 5.4-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. So this thing is also 1080p, it's a lower resolution technically than the XS, but you're still getting very good panels. I think you're getting a brighter display on the 13 mini, which is nice. On the bottom, you're getting lightning ports on both, basically like good build quality on both as well, standard glass backs, which again is very, very nice to have. And then you're also getting a dual camera setup on the back of both of them. They are slightly different for the most part, but they're still, dual cameras, which is nice to have. And we'll talk about that, for the most part as well. Wireless charging on both. The 13 mini has MagSafe wireless charging on the backside. But overall, when you're looking at both these devices, they both look very good. I think these are very good options for displays and for phones in general on the outside. And overall, that kind of covers it up on the outside for the most part. Now, on top of that, between both, some other big things to keep in mind here too. If you're looking at both these phones, the iPhone 13 mini's camera on the backside is giving you a pretty solid dual camera setup. It's a wide and ultra wide camera, where the iPhone XS is a wide and telephoto lens. So this in and of itself can be kind of an issue for some people. Like if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, I would tell you in some ways it might make a little bit more sense to go ahead and buy a phone like an iPhone 13 mini, because this camera is not only going to be giving you a better ultra-wide camera, which I actually prefer a lot, but also the fact that the iPhone 13 mini is giving you, 4K at 60 on the front and back of that phone is going to be giving you some advantages here and there when you're going through and buying a phone. So I personally do think if you're going to go through pick up a phone, it might make a lot of sense to go and buy a phone like the iPhone 13 mini in some cases because of that camera and the better build, better camera quality. So keep that in mind there, but that's kind of how I see both these phones from that particular side. Now on top of that, in terms of the overall internal, software updates, the iPhone XS is going to be supported with software for who knows, but I'm pretty sure it's going to probably be ending off with iOS 18. I genuinely have no idea how long that phone's going to last, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say up until iOS 18. At the end of iOS 18, that's probably when it's going to be done with. Where the iPhone 13 mini is probably going to be getting another 3 years of software updates, and I would say anywhere from 2 to 3 years. So it's still going to be supported for quite a few years to come. I'm looking very much forward to that type of device, and I definitely would tell you from that particular side, that's a very, very cool thing going on with that particular phone. So from that side, I would say that definitely gets a thumbs up for me for sure. Now, on top of that, when it comes down to the, performance, the iPhone XS has the Apple A12 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 13 mini had that Apple A15 Bionic chip inside of it with 4 gigabytes of RAM as well. And I will definitely tell you for the most part, if you're going to go through and pick up a phone, something like the iPhone 13 mini is going to be the overall better performing device than the iPhone XS. In every single way you can imagine, it is going to make a lot more sense to go and buy a phone like an iPhone 13 mini, in my opinion, from a performance side than the iPhone XS. Performance is going to be faster. Everything from that phone is going to be better in every single way. So just keep that in mind. That makes a lot more sense. But in terms of that, I would say for both these phones in 2024, I would highly recommend buying a phone like the iPhone 13 mini. I think in every single way you can imagine, that phone is going to be more superior. It's going to be better. And that is kind of the phone I'd recommend people to buy. I think the iPhone, 13 mini, I think the iPhone XS is good here and there, but definitely the 13 mini is the one I'd recommend the average person to go and pick up. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.